Hey, welcome to Steve's Special Friday video, August 8th, 2014. This week is has been a very interesting week for me. A month or so ago, whenever someone suggested, because I was going to be going to a place called Rijeka, Croatia, which many of you know about, which is on the Adriatic Sea, and suggested that when I go for swims, at least once, probably more, that I should kind of get some intuitive guidance about what I would like to ask the sea to take from me. And so one of the main things that have been coming up in the last week, like I mentioned last week, my smartphone crashed, and I got myself this really good little phone that's not a smartphone, and I'm not connected to the web all the time now, and I'm not walking around like a zombie, and I'm being present in my own life, and this it's like the universe kind of brought to my attention this particular kind of addiction. It's like an addiction, and so one of the things I asked the sea to take from me was my addictions. And even after that, it's become more and more easy. I asked him to take away my addictions, and then the next swim, the same day, I asked to take away my fears. So exactly how that's going to work in the real world, in the physical world, in the emotional world of me, I'm not entirely sure. But there is a growing appreciation for me to begin to be present in my life, because the addiction, my particular addiction of choice at the moment, has been this constantly in the internet, constantly watching Facebook and emails and whatever. And I'm really beginning to enjoy this. And in fact, even yesterday I got up. It's a miracle. Oh my God, a miracle. I got up and I just went to the beach. Didn't go check online, didn't do nothing. Just went to the beach and didn't get online until much later in the afternoon to do some work and to have a session with somebody and to make some healing videos and stuff. So this process is really interesting. Now, the other thing is that astrologically right now is a time where some old wounds are coming to the surface for a lot of different people, and there's going to be a lot of emotions, and there's going to be the awareness of some emotional pain, so that we can generally, across the board, some people will experience it very clearly, very strongly. Some people will have no clue and just putz along their life and nothing will come up. But there's going to be a pattern for many people. And so there'll be some irrational emotions coming up. I haven't finished. I've started trying to feel into it. But for example, this morning I woke up and I was feeling kind of not depressed, a little sad, a little unmotivated, and I'm just kind of asking myself some questions. What is that about? And not trying to fix it too fast. For me, often, not all the time, often, I need to be consciously aware of what these feelings are really about. What is the source of them? And sometimes I can connect with myself and with source, and I can ask and I can get very clear answers, and it's correct, and I can change things, boom, and everything is changed. And my life changes. But often lately I'm working at staying with the feelings, especially the negative, what a word, the feelings that are not comfortable, and honoring those as well as honoring the happy feelings. And it's important for me personally, I'm not saying for everybody because everybody's path is very, very different. For some people, this is not the path. This is not what they're here to do. But for me, it is. And making friends with and acknowledging and validating also those other feelings, because, at least in my mind today, whatever the source of those feelings are is going to be a doorway for me. If I can withstand the discomfort of these feelings long enough so that I can open these doors and see more honestly in myself what this is about, so that I can use the little techniques to change things, but also to kind of integrate stuff to make it more okay at the next level to have what particularly Western society sees as negative emotions, as the bad emotions, anger, sadness, fear. So, okay, let's do a little work here. So we're going to ask, and you'll need to say yes if you want this energy work stuff done for you. I'm going to ask that you be given whatever it is you need, whether that's a conscious physical experience so you can go aha, or just simply a download, that you know how when you are willing to sit in and be uncomfortable for a while and not necessarily try and fix what negative uncomfortable emotions like sadness or loneliness or anger or fear or whatever, and just know that you can be safe for a little while without having to fix them and change them right away, and give you the possibility that you know how, you know what it feels like to allow this discomfort to bring up awarenesses that you didn't have, so you can ask for those deeper awarenesses to change, to be healed, to be relieved, to be freed from, to be integrated into you perhaps as part of your being, and teach you how it feels like to see, feel, and acknowledge all of those kind of so-called negative feelings without judging them as bad, without judging them as valueless. Teach you how to respect and understand and see, and teach me all of this, how to judge, understand, and see the value of these emotions, and that they are also part of the all that is. They are also part of everything. They are also, ultimately, they are love. Even though they don't feel like love, they feel like shit. If that's okay, say yes. And let's teach you how, when it feels like, to recognize what behaviors you have, even if they're teach you what behaviors you have and habits, and recognize which one of those are addictive in nature, which means they're being used as to distract you, probably, like me, probably, to understand and see the deeper wounds and pains that you have, the things you're avoiding in yourself, the things that make you think you're going to fall apart if you actually feel them and acknowledge them, for lots and lots of really crazy, deep, weird reasons that your conscious brain can't wrap around. It's too simple. These other things, there's so many different kinds of meanings we attach to all of these experiences, and when we find the real ones, half the time it's like, oh my God, I'm amazed that this behavior is related to this particular seemingly innocent experience in my life, that I had no clue that I was taking on these attitudes and these making decisions and choosing to believe certain things about stuff and choosing to take on negative patterns of behavior so that I could get the positive, what I see, the positive things that comes together with them, that they're married and that they can't be separated, they can't be divorced, that the negative experiences, the negative emotions, the pain, the whatever, the self-sabotage is necessary in order to feel loved or be like someone that I admire. There's a wonderful young man client I have who has various kinds of behavior that's driving him crazy and very destructive. But one member of his family had the same behaviors, but was also the only person, not the only person, was also a particular person that showed him a particular kind of love that he didn't get from other people. And he wanted to be like this other man. But without realizing it, that he wanted to emulate this man that he experienced feeling love from as a child. But that meant, without him realizing it, that he took on all of this self-destructive behavior and attitudes and beliefs about stuff like money and what's valuable and all this stuff. And so we want to be able to see these kinds of things inside of us. I want to be able to see these kinds of things again. And it still scares the crap out of me. Okay, I need to just let myself feel scared. That's it, and then take whatever action is. So if you want all of that, let's give you whatever that stuff is and how that'll work for you. If that's okay, say yes. And through the video, whoosh, you probably got it already. Through the video, we're going to give you this energy work, these awarenesses, and give you permission to do this and give you the courage to withstand and the discomfort and the fear that might come with the process that you may be going through. If that's okay, say yes. Here we go. I'm taking this again too. Give me it all. Creator, higher self, soul, all that is, of which I'm a part and you're a part. Poof. Okay. Party on. Let's dive into those fears.